Hey guys, Tom the Man here, and today we have a very special video. So if, like me, you're a chocolate lover, you're going to be really interested in the results of today's video. So basically I've been very kindly gifted these two chocolate Santas by Lindt and by Cadbury's. And this is a Lindt chocolate Santa and a Dairy Milk chocolate Santa, as you can see there. And as you probably know, if you're from England, Lindt chocolate is much more expensive than Dairy Milk chocolate. So today we're going to be doing a test to see if the Lindt Premium is really worth it or not. So if we start with the size of these two big boys here, we can see that they look roughly similar size there. The Lindt Santa possibly a little bit taller and a little bit thicker, and we can really see that it is very much thick when we compare the grammage. So this one here is an extra 25 grams, which means that it is in fact 25% bigger than this bad boy over here. So next up we have the appearance, and we're going to start with the Dairy Milk Man, and there's actually nothing on this to confirm it is a Santa, as he is wearing purple. This could just be any regular man, and he does in fact have a very suspect package down here in his groinal area. And he's doing some kind of weird emoji. Oh no. But as we look at him, you know, he's well presented. The foil is okay, it's fairly thin as we touch it here, and it wraps around his creases in a reasonable fashion, but it's probably not as quite skin fit as some would like. Speaking of skin fit, when we come over to this lovely Lindt boy, he is an excellent piece of art. So as we touch him here, his creases, oh, this is a beautiful crease here around the arm, a perfect fit of the foil. And his foil is just so much more vibrant. He's clearly Santa. There's very well-defined lines on him, and it looks like a lot bit more care has been taken over his face. As we see there, he is very detailed. He also comes with this bell down here which jangles, so you know that he's coming. And it's just a nice piece there. You could probably give that to someone as a late Christmas present if you had forgotten. So I'd definitely give the appearance to the Lindt Santa. So next we have the sturdiness test. So if, like me, you absolutely love Santa, you're going to want a nice sturdy Santa who's not going to fall over at the slightest gust of wind. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give them a little flick and see how hard we have to flick them to knock them over. So if we start with the Dairy Milk one, he's straight down, but Lindt, wow, he stands up great. Nice work, Santa. Another round to the Lindt. Next up, we've got sturdiness. So if you've got kids, you're going to want to know how strong these are going to be before they break. So it's going to give them a little squeeze, and I'll rate the pressure I had to apply out of 10 to see how much it took to break them. So we've got Cadbury's first. We're squeezing now, no break, and there we go. So I'd say that was a 4 or a 5. So it took a little bit of squeezing, but it did give in. Now we've got Mr. Lindt. So, right, probably up to a 4 or 5 now. That's a 6, a 7, and a 7.5 probably there to break it. So the Lindt boy is definitely a bit thicker, and look how happy he is with that result. Another round to the Lindtmeister. Just as a side note to that point here, the Lindt was a clean break, whereas the Cadbury's man has completely collapsed there. An absolute earth-shattering earthquake there. Right, so now we have what most would deem the most important of all the tests, the taste tests. So for full disclosure, I'd say that I probably prefer Cadbury chocolate to Lindt chocolate. So Cadbury's chocolate is just very standard chocolate, although have increased the milk content lately, so it has become a little bit nicer. Lindt chocolate is very milky and is real proper sort of Swiss chocolate. So chocolate experts would probably go with the Lindt chocolate over the Cadbury's chocolate. However, I feel like Cadbury's chocolate is probably nicer. However, we're going to try and be as neutral as possible for this test. So what I'm going to do now is off camera and just take a little bite of this lad here. Oh. Now that is very creamy. That's probably even creamier than I was expecting it to be. Very good there from Dairy Milk. That's a nice bit of work. So now we'll go for Lindt. Okay, so I've just cut out the bit where I actually ate it there. So as you can see, his head has gone. And maybe I took a too big bite, but it was very thick. It's quite hard to eat. The chocolate itself is very nice, and I would enjoy that in small doses. However, if I were to eat this whole Santa right now, which I'm going to, then I imagine it would be quite sickly. So in the name of fairness, I'm now going to eat all of these Santas and then report back to you on how I feel after eating them both. I'll come back to you in a sec. Right, so as you can see, I've eaten both of these, and as was to be expected, the Cadbury's one was very nice. I was able to sort of march through that one. The Santa the Lindt Santa, sorry, he was a lot more sickly. So I got through his head and I got through his torso, and after that it was a bit of a struggle. But other than that, he was very nice. The chocolate was very nice. Slightly clangy taste in the mouth. I've still got a little bit in the mouth now, as you might be able to hear. But as an overall verdict, what I'd say is, if you want to pick up something cheap in the sales, this Santa's a great idea. If you want to give something as a gift, this is a better overall product. And if you're giving it as a gift, they're probably going to break it up and share it out, so the sickliness won't be an issue. However, if we go back to our initial question, is the Lindt Premium worth it? Well, in fact, it's a bombshell, because in this case there was no Lindt Premium. As we saw before, this was 100 grams, this was 125 grams, and this was £1, this was £1.25. So on a price per gram basis, then these were exactly the same price. And at that sort of price level, you definitely have to take the Lindt Santa, just for the experience of tearing into his lovely red foil and whipping him apart. So that's all for today. I'd give the Lindt Santa 4.5 stars. The Cadbury one 4 stars. It's still very nice. Yeah, that's it all from me today. Thanks very much. I've been Tom of the Man. I'll see you next time for another food review. Peace.